We have a treat for you, a peek inside a $12 million mansion. The guy who built it says he left home as a teenager with just $50 in his pocket.
2020 continues.
Meet a builder who's given big a whole new meaning. Martin Bashir found him sitting on the top of the world at the top of the market.
McKinney is unafraid. He seems to be taking the biggest risk imaginable with his approach to real estate. That's because he builds entirely on speculation, which Frank McKinney invests in elaborate marketing strategies. Willing to risk life and limb, he launched himself and a motorcycle over a replica of the first home he'd ever sold, in front of real estate agents representing some of the richest people in the world.
The true show starts when you walk in the front door of that house.
Welcome, everybody, to the finest oceanfront home in all the land.
Who on earth is going to buy this?
All it takes is one.
What would you say to some people looking at your properties who might be tempted to think they are monstrosities? They're huge, gargantuan, vulgar.
Well, typically those are the people that aren't my buyers.
This is Extreme Miami Hotspots.
You know, I've been all over the world. I've been to many places. I've seen many, many spectacular homes, but this home takes the cake.
Meet Frank. Don't let the hair fool you. He's not a rock star. He actually designs and builds homes for the uber rich.
The minute they stand on this glass water floor, I guarantee you their blood pressure drops 20 points. First ever, 1 in a million water floors. If I had to sum up in one word, it would be sensory overload. Hyphenated. I'm a doer. I go out and do. I don't talk about it. I make it happen. I'm not going to follow headlines. I'm going to make them. That Aquiliana house you saw, that's the world's largest and most expensive certified green home.
I think one of the things I'm most proud of is we've been able to prove that you can build a beautiful home and be environmentally responsible at the same time.
Real estate. Enormous fortunes are created with this tangible commodity. And the lifestyle of a real estate millionaire is intoxicating. Millions want a piece of the action, and thousands have benefited from it. But nobody has done it Maverick style quite like Frank McKinney. Frank McKinney, the Maverick, daredevil, real estate entrepreneur, and best-selling author.
He has accomplished so many amazing things. He's a philanthropist, he's a real estate mogul, he is an author.
On the cover of my book, The Tap.
I think it is an amazing book.
Frank McKinney is a real estate mogul who says that we can still make money even in this housing market. He just wrote the book called Burst This.
Dead Fred is set in Delray Beach and centers around the life of 13-year-old Peaky.
I wanted to do 3 different genres, write them at the same time, and release them on the same day.
Why the same day? Why was that such a...
Because it hadn't been done before.
Frank McKinney has rocketed from selling $40,000 junker homes to creating $40 million mansions. USA Today calls Frank McKinney the king of ready-made dream homes, and the Wall Street Journal knows him as the real estate rock star.
There's 50,000 people in the entire world that can afford what I do.
Donald Trump writes of Frank McKinney in his new book. Frank McKinney looks like a cross between a rock star and a surfer, but that's Frank's style, and he's very successful. Frank McKinney has built a mega successful life that has allowed him to have it all: fame, fortune, family, and philanthropy.
In Haiti right now, we're building a village for 900 people, and we're a little short. We want to build that village by the end of the year.
Initially, we wanted to do this around the world, different locales, Honduras, Jamaica, Nicaragua. But seeing what we've seen here today, there's no sense in going anywhere else.
Surviving Death Valley.
According to the National Geographic, it's the most difficult race in the world, period.
Real estate guru and best-selling author Frank McKinney have surprised even themselves.
Because this is what I call the highway to hell. I'm excited to be back to finishing the toughest foot race in the world, out there in the desert, suffering a little for those who are suffering a lot in Haiti and the other countries that the Caring House is working in.
We now have 86 competitors in the world's toughest foot race. Frank McKinney.
Not just a belt buckle, but possibly the most cherished badge of courage in sports.
Like a true maverick, Frank McKinney has blazed his way through the successes of real estate on his own paths.
It wasn't long ago that I came to Florida with $50 in my pocket and no plan other than I'm going to listen to what I think God's trying to tell me to do, and I'm going to apply the abilities that He's given me, and I'm going to succeed. It wasn't long ago that that's where I was, digging sand traps on a golf course.